What's up, my PT peeps? One-Eye Bri back to talk about The Walking Dead and 7 facts about Negan. Spoiler warning if you don't know the comic, update on the show, update on the comic, or just don't want to know some of this information about Negan, as it might be on the show and it's definitely in the comics. So if you don't want to know, stop watching now. We got a comicbook.com article that we'll reference right here. We'll put the link in the description. And it's pretty cool. Now, these are 7 things. I'm sure there's more than that we may not cover. So if there's anything we missed, definitely post in the comments below. But basically, number 1, Lucille was his wife. Before the infection hit, Negan was a married man. He didn't have any kids, but he was happily married for some time. No surprise here, his wife's name was Lucille. Lucille was a good woman, but Negan had been having an affair with another woman. In the middle of his affair, Lucille was diagnosed with terminal cancer. Negan immediately regretted what he had been doing and called it quits with his mistress. Lucille knew he had been having an affair, and she brought it up during her battle. Negan said that he chose to end it because he realized that he had been missing and how much he didn't want to lose her. Just before the apocalypse, Lucille passed away. That was the love of his life. Lucille the Bat is why he's so attached to Lucille the Bat. He hates rapists. Negan may be a menace, but there are certain crimes he just cannot abide. He makes it plainly clear that he isn't okay with rule breakers, but there's one thing he considers even worse. Negan is not okay with the rape culture of the zombie apocalypse. That has become one of Negan's most redeeming qualities, as he frequently speaks out about it, how awful the act is. If he catches anyone forcing themselves on someone else, he will put a stop to it and punish the party responsible. He may have a taste for violence, but Negan will not ignore these crimes, which is good. I know there's some reports that he does rape and whatever like that too, but clearly right here, we don't rape. We don't rape is one of his rules. So that's what I'm going with. He was a high school ping pong coach. In addition to this somewhat happy marriage, Negan had another good thing going before the infection spread. The guy was a high school teacher. Not only did he teach, but he was a coach as well. He worked with many sports, but table tennis was his go-to. Negan spent plenty of time teaching high school boys to play ping pong, and he was pretty good at it. Negan's one flaw at his job was his desire to be the cool teacher. In trying to act like his students, Negan often got in trouble for the way he would talk to them. In one particular instance, he made one boy cry in front of his friends by taunting him during a match. Not cool, Negan. So not cool. There he is playing ping pong in the comic. Let the slaughter begin, and they start playing some ping pong. So, tough guy playing ping pong. Negan gets thrown in jail. In the comics, Rick and Negan go to war. This is the all-out war storyline. It'll probably happen in season 8, I would think, because they're not going to rush. This is a big storyline, and that's what Morgan was building in the jail the last season in season 6. So basically, they fight. The Saviors and the Hilltop and the Kingdom, they all go against each other. And he gets put in jail. He doesn't kill him, so I'm kind of hoping it's a little different than in there too. And that's not the script. I'm just talking about different things. So if you want to read that, you can pause it and go back to it. But there's Negan in jail. He's pretty hilarious about it. That's why I don't think Kirkman's going to kill Negan like ever, because that would have been the chance to do it, but he decided not to. He isn't always a bad guy. Negan comes to Rick's aid later in the comics. Yes, he has been a terrible person, and yes, he did kill everyone's favorite character. Negan may seem all gloom and doom right now, but it gets better. Trust us, it gets better. So, during his time in jail, Negan spends a lot of time talking to Rick and Carl. When he finally has the chance to escape, he finds himself wanting to earn their trust. How does he do that? Oh, just by infiltrating the Whisperers' camp and assassinating their leader. When the war breaks out between Rick's people and the Whisperers, Negan immediately rushes to the front lines to fight for the good guys. You may not like him now, but a new day will dawn. He's not always a bad guy, and that's one of the most redeeming qualities, is that he's not a villain all the time against Rick. I'm sure he's a villain in the world of that, especially with Season 7, Episode 1, and killing of Glenn and Abraham. How can you think he's a good guy? His jacket is thick enough to stop a bite. In one of the most recent issues of the comic, Negan is fighting for Rick in the Whisperer War. At one point, he becomes quickly overrun. During this battle, Lucille breaks and Negan is devastated. Not only did he lose the one thing he cared about most in the world, but he lost his only weapon. Walkers begin attacking from every angle, and Negan is bit on the arm by several of the monsters. While this normally means certain death, Negan shakes them off and stares at his jacket. The leather was so thick that the walker's teeth couldn't penetrate it. Negan isn't entirely invincible, but this helps him safer than most. So the jacket ain't just for looks, it's for protection as well. And you wouldn't need something like that in the zombie apocalypse. I like Morgan's outfit, I like Jesus's outfit. It's kind of for that not getting bit, because it's so thick they can't bite through it. He's as honest as they come. If there's one thing we can all agree on when it comes to Negan, is that he's completely honest, like to a fault. Even when speaking to his biggest enemies, the guy can't help but shouting the truth at them. Oftentimes the truth is more shocking than a lie, and that's probably why Negan remains honest. By telling people what they already know but aren't expecting, Negan can always catch them off guard. It could be a weakness down the road, but it's a huge leg up at this point. And he's a huge character in the comics, and that's what makes him so exciting on there too. So I don't think it's a very likely that he's going to die on the show, or in the comic. I don't know, he might outlive Rick, but what do you think, guys? There's some debate between that. But what did you think? What did you think of the 7 facts about Negan? Did you know these? Are they old news to you? Did you not know them? Anything else you want to know about Negan? Any facts we missed? Let us know in the comments. Definitely thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. If there's anything we missed, let us know. Always share the wealth of knowledge in The Walking Dead. Join the community, Facebook pages, all that stuff. And as always, thank you for watching. You guys are awesome.